And Town Talk today brings Kingston Town Administrator Robert Fennessy back to our set. Welcome back, Robert.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
It's good to have you, and Robert did bring donuts for us today, which we appreciate.
Yeah, again, it's a spring thing.
It's a spring thing. So. Okay. Now, as far as Kingston goes, we're going to talk about the election that's coming up, your town meeting, and then we'll finish with the library and what's going on with the library.
Okay.
The election. What do we got?
The election. In Kingston, the election is on a Saturday. It's April 29th. So we have two contested races right now. There's the Board of Selectmen, there's 6 candidates running for 2 seats.
That's unusual, isn't it?
One's an
6.
open seat, and that draws out people because Jean Landis Norman decided not to run again.
Okay.
So that left one open
So
seat.
there's one incumbent and 5 new
Sandy
people.
McFarland is the incumbent, and 5 new people joined in.
Okay.
So that'll be
lot.
interesting, and
Yes.
and selectmen races generally do bring out the vote.
Yes, they do.
So that'll get some traction. The other is the library trustees. There's 3 people seeking 2 seats on that, and again that may generate some buzz
Because of the
whole,
you'll talk later about the library.
and about the library, the building of the library,
building of the new
and
library,
so forth. So.
Okay.
So that's on April 29th. Get out and vote. And if you can't get out to vote that day, just like every election, you can contact the town clerk's office, Paul Gallagher, and get a absentee ballot.
Right.
And you can vote by absentee ballot. So.
Okay, so what about town meeting, which is on Saturday, May 6th?
And we're a Saturday town.
You are, which is great.
It
which
is
actually
good.
great.
And again, the same reason that it gives people a chance to get there. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. It starts on Saturday, May 6th. And there'll be a number of articles that'll be on the warrant. A warrant is basically like an agenda.
Right.
We'll list the articles, and you get to debate them and vote on them.
Now, 2 of the ones that I wanted to talk about specifically about was the short-term rentals like Airbnb, what that means and what they're going to be voting on, and also the moratorium on selling marijuana.
Okay.
So what about
the short-term rentals is a change in the bylaw.
Okay.
So this is a bylaw article that will necessitate the fees generated from short-term rentals.
So
you have to have a license.
If I have a house with and I could rent out a room, I'm going to now
need a permit.
Okay,
to
I'll
do
have to have
so.
a permit. Okay.
So that'll be one thing. And the second was the moratorium on the recreational marijuana.
Right.
And that's happening in many jurisdictions right now, doing these moratoriums. Because the regulations still aren't completed, and nobody really knows how it's going to pan out once they do that.
So what are the voters actually voting on? That we're going to extend a moratorium for a certain amount of time
Right.
before we're going to allow recreational marijuana to be sold in Kingston?
Correct.
And how long can that be?
I believe it can be a year, but
Okay.
it may be longer, I'm not sure. But whatever it is, it gives the state a chance to finalize their regulations on how it can be sold, where it can be sold, areas that it can be sold, and
the
so
collection
forth.
of taxes on it and all that, which
There's
still has
so many issues,
worked out.
open issues.
Okay. So that'll probably bring a lot of people out to town meeting,
I would
too.
think
'Cause
so.
It's a very interesting subject that a lot of people have very polarized feelings
right,
about,
that's
one way or
right.
the other.
Yeah.
And then talk about the library, because you're now going to be building a new library?
Well, the grant process is in full swing, and to build a new library.
Okay.
So that would be it's still a few years away from getting to that point of finalizing, but that would take the bite off the town of paying it for 100%.
Right.
If you get a 50% grant on it. So
And
that's in the process.
Do you have land for it? Do you know where it's going to go?
Well, it's going to be on the same site.
Okay, so are you going to add to it or demo and start new?
That probably add to it, but demo most of it.
Okay.
So there may be certain areas, I'm not sure, that'll be retained.
And when are you hoping? When is the town hoping to have this project done?
Well, the project done is different than the project getting started.
Oh, okay.
So again, we're relying on the grant,
Okay.
so that we have to wait through that
Right.
process, and that may be a year or so away, just to see if they qualified for the grant.
Okay. And in the meantime, when you go to the library, there's an awful lot of things to do in the Kingston Library.
There is, and people often think that libraries, you just go and get a book, bring it home, read it, bring it back, pay your fine for being late.
Right.
Oh, that's me. But there's so many other things. We have a school vacation coming up in April. It's great. They have passes for many places.
Right, museums,
Children's
things like that. Yep.
museums, New England
Yep.
Aquarium, Plymouth Plantation,
Right.
all kinds.
So you
Check
can go
it
on the
out.
website, right?
You
Go on your
can.
website, and it gives a calendar of events
Yeah,
at the
and
library.
you can even reserve them on the website.
Which is great.
So it is.
Okay.
Some of the real quick other things is we have a Cooper the special dog coming in
Yep.
who loves to be, he's a therapy dog, but he loves to be read to. So
Okay.
he'll be there on April 10th.
All right.
And on April 12th, the public library is having a book group.
Okay.
So you can get
All right.
involved in a book
And all
group.
this is on the website.
It is.
Okay.
So
And
check
we're
it out.
out of time.
We're out of time.
We're out of time,
I know, I
unfortunately.
talked to
Okay.
them.
Thank you, Robert. We'll have
Thank
you back
you.
again,
It
and
was
we'll get
great.
updates and
Okay.
see how the election went and how the town meeting went and all that.
Yes.
Okay.